Total madness in Athens, transfer chaos at Ibrox, and Wrexham, yes, Wrexham, trying to hijack our business like it's an episode of Bargain Hunt gone rogue. Rangers march on in Europe, but the knives are already out for Russell Martin, and I'm not having it. Not for a second. My name's Alex, and this is the one place where you get the real story. Unfiltered, unapologetic, and loyal to Ibrox. Hit subscribe now because trust me, you're not getting this kind of fire anywhere else. This is turning into a circus, a pure, full-blown, bagpipes blaring circus. Conor Coady, Rangers target all summer, Premier League experience, England caps, leadership pouring out his ears, and what happens? Wrexham, that tin pot Hollywood project, suddenly show up with their Netflix cameras and open checkbooks sniffing around our business like seagulls at a chippy. Here's the news, if you can even call it that without choking. Rangers put in a loan offer for Coady. Sensible, structured, he's 32, still got legs, still got leadership, exactly what we need at the back. Leicester say no. Why? Because they want cash. Of course they do. They've signed one player all window, Asmir Begovic, and now they're sitting on a squad of 32 players like it's a World Cup training camp. Meanwhile, Wrexham, yes, the Welsh version of a pub team with a stadium full of influencers, want to splash the cash to get Coady to lead their fairy tale to the English Premier League. And the media, fawning, absolutely drooling over it. Reynolds smiles, and suddenly they forget Rangers exist. But guess what? Coady liked Jack Butland's post after the Champions League qualifier. Liked it? Small detail? Maybe. But in this world of staged interviews and robotic PR, that's a signal. That's a whisper. That's Coady saying, still watching, still care. What does that mean? It means there's still a heartbeat in this deal. Rangers are still in the picture, still in his head. But let's be honest, how many times have you seen this film? Rangers move early, Rangers show the ambition, Rangers offer the door, and some joker with a novelty club badge and Hollywood pals walks through it with the cash. Where's the outrage? Where's the noise? When the Celtic gets sniffed by English clubs, it's front page for a week. But when Rangers get hijacked by a League 2 sideshow in red pajamas, silent. Total silence. And don't even start me on the SPFL. Couldn't negotiate a swap deal in a school playground. How long do we wait? How many more times do we get played while the rest of this league treats us like window dressing? Do you move now and back the badge? Or sit on your hands while Wrexham dance off with a proper center back? This isn't football analysis anymore. This is a hit job wrapped in a match report. And if Russell Martin's going to be punished for actually winning in Europe, then we might as well hang up the boots and let Celtic walk the league unchallenged. Rangers went to Athens with a 2-0 cushion and did the job. Qualified, through. Victoria plays in next. But you wouldn't know it reading the papers, would you? Because all you hear is moaning. Too open, too chaotic, too reliant on Jack Butland. Here's the actual story, minus the snobbery. Rangers are in the next round of Champions League qualifiers. That's the only line that matters. And who dragged us there kicking and screaming? Jack Butland. The same Jack Butland folk were writing off a year ago. 9 saves, 8 inside the box, 4 high claims. He didn't just play, he commanded. He survived the storm and walked out with the flag. And what's the reward for Martin? Snide digs from columnists who treat tactics like a crossword puzzle and act like they've managed Champions League nights from their sofa. They say he's too expansive, too risky. Well, maybe if Celtic had played anything other than boring sideways football, they might not have been embarrassed in Europe for the last decade. Bill Leckie saying Martin will pay the price. For what? Daring to play actual football. For not sitting 10 men behind the ball and praying for a corner. Maybe someone should remind Bill that we won the tie. Over 2 legs, in the heat of Athens, with a team still learning names in the dressing room. Let's not pretend the squad's finished either. The center backs are still settling, Giga looks raw, Aaron's had a mare. Fine, admit it. But we're not here to play it safe and finish second to Celtic again. That's over. And if you think relying on Butland is unsustainable, let me remind you of one thing. It was Butland last year who was the problem by the end, and it's Butland now who's saving Rangers. That's called redemption. That's what Rangers are built on. Cantwell's post said it all. Him. One word, one truth. Because right now, Butland is him. But sure, let's all panic because we didn't win both legs 5-0. Let's crucify a manager after one tie and demand tactical seminars after 4 games in charge. Meanwhile, if it was Celtic going through in Europe with a dodgy backline and a heroic keeper, we'd be hearing about grit, heart, spirit, character. But when it's Rangers, chaos, fragile, dangerous, spare me. When Rangers win, why does it always feel like someone's lost something? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.